Hi, this is Lisa from LK271 Rubber Stamp. Welcome to my channel. Ready for today's video? Today's video, actually, I am going to share with you how to create this card. Okay, so I always mention in my video, it's a good idea to create a prototype. So this was the prototype I create. And then after that, I just found out this A2 card size is a little bit small. So I decided that I want to extend my card to become 5.5. Okay, so this is the card I'm going to share with you we're going to working on this card today. And before I start this card, there's also, I already created a video to share with you how to create those two cards, the shaker card. It's the same stamps that I'm using, and I just want to share with you same stamps but the different media, different idea. You can totally create something completely different. Okay, so I will put a link below if you like to check those two videos for how to create those cards. And make sure you check LK2's online video library. There is 300 plus YouTube video ready to view. And make sure you subscribe to LK2's YouTube channel, because once when I doing the promotion for our viewers, you always get that extra discount code. That's started. Okay, so this is the stamps that I'm going to use today. Is the Garden of the Life in the Land and the Sea. When I design these stamps, I already think about beside these flowers, what else I can do. So that's why I come out with these goldfish, and then the seashell, even this chameleon, and these geckos. So you can kind of change it and move around different kind of combination, and then you get something different result. Like for this, the first page, you can see and say, wait, what is this? It's supposed to be goldfish, right? But actually, I trimming the goldfish off and I put a chameleon there. So this one is just, instead of goldfish, a fish tank, we change to something for like there's an animal like a chameleon. And then for the goldfish, see, and this is the goldfish. And then how come my goldfish I have four goldfish? So because that two goldfish I trimming from the for the chameleon, I don't want to put in the garbage because I spend the time to color them. So I just put those two goldfish over there, and then the seashell, and my flowers, the orchid. So all those stamp image, you can actually, if you want to make it even like a more 3Ds, you can just trimming part of your stamp image and then put a little foam tape on top. You can make it like a 3D. So this card, it take you know what? It's actually not take too long, because if you just color all together, cut together, like what I have here, I was create a video to share with you how to do the coloring and blending. So once when you have all your inks, you can just have a 6 by 6 inches of paper, because that's the width the die cut machine will go through. And then you just kind of stamp a few of your image, and because we have to use the guiding window, and then we just cut all together. So that makes the job is not that hard. That's what I like to do. So this set I think is awesome because it's one card, but you end up to have a 4 different kind of layout. Even though if you don't have these stamps, that I hope you pick up the idea, and then you can create something else by using the same idea. This is, I don't know how you call, multi-folding card. Okay, so I love this jar, and then later on in my other video I will share with you what else we can put inside the jar. I can think about the succulents is awesome, and I have some frog we can put inside, some butterfly. And then remember, see, my jar have no lid because I don't like to put anything in the jar so they lose their freedom. It's just kind of weird. I'm kind of just weird. Okay, so this is the project we're going to work today. The most important things, like the coloring part, is not big deal. It's very easy. And if you like to know how to coloring the stamp image with markers, make sure you check the video. I create a few videos to share with you how to do the blending 101 with magic mushroom. And so also I create a video to share with you how to use marker to do the blending. Okay. which is something. And in today's video, the point is how we can get the die cut at the same spot. That's a little bit challenge because it is a kind of larger car. How I managed to cut all the 4 glasses container the same spot. Okay, so we were working on that. Before that, I received a few of the email and the comments from my customer, my viewer. You guys want to know a little bit more about how to use the marker to do the blending. So I come up with the idea. So I am going to use these butterfly kisses stamp set. I'm going to use this set and I'm going to do a Zoom playing time with my viewer and my customer. So far I have choose the day is going to be June 13 at the 2 o'clock Pacific time. So I'm going to offer these combo set a very good deal. The regular price is $24.99 plus $3 shipping fee. So it's going to be like a $27.99, right? But I'm going to only offer $17.99 and it's free shipping. And if you like to purchase this stamp set when we doing the Zoom playing time, you can just use the same stamp and we can work together. In my video, I'm going to share with you probably few like some coloring technique and some idea, maybe working like 3 or 4 cards while we are doing the Zoom playing. I hope you like this idea, and then so when you get a stamp and you can have it ready, and when I showing the coloring technique, you can use your stamp and your markers and give it a try. You don't have to have Local King's water-based marker. Any water-based marker will work just fine. Like I say, the most important thing is the stamp is not marker. So check this month's special and you will find out this stamp set is only $17.99. You will get a big rubber stamp and the size is almost like 4 inches and 3 inches. So you can make a good size car, and then you will get a double die. So this die cut have a 2 die, and they also have some feature called the kiss cut. So when we're doing the Zoom playing, I will explain to you how many different kind of possibility that you can use these combo set. And I hope you like this idea. So the day I choose is June 13. At this moment is June 13 at the 2 o'clock. How it works is when I figured out this Zoom meeting, and I will provide the join code and the link. So what you're gonna do is the June 13 around 1:45, you can log in and we can run in a test to make sure we have no problem to connect with each other. You don't have to have the camera like the top view, like a bird's eye view camera, but I like to see you. So what are you gonna do? What you can do is when you're working, if you have some issue, you can just point your card, say, "Hey Lisa, show your cards here," and then what did I do wrong? And then I will do my best to answer your question. Hoping you like this idea. If you do, and hoping you join me, and then make sure you click this month's special. It's a limit time offer, and I think June 13 is almost 1 month away. And then if you order now, you can definitely have this when the Zoom playing time. And then if you are not planning to, if you already have this set, that's wonderful. If you don't have this particular set, you can use any shadow stamp, and then I will provide that link, and then I will I'm going to provide that code. So you just have to click the link and type in this code, invitation code, and then we can get online together. If you don't want to working on the project, feel free to join us too. We just want to get connect together and maybe chat a little bit. Okay, so that's the things. And then now we are going to start today's project. Okay, so today's project, the most important things is how we can cut that container at the same spot. So I'm going to show you how I cut my container. So if you want to use if you want to do the A2 size card, that's pretty easy. You can use the 12 by 12 size cardstock to do that, and then you can just add this piece, the front piece. So that way you can make this three folding card, multi-folding card. Okay, so if it's a smaller card, A2 size card, just use 12 by 12, and it is 4 inches, 4 inches, 4 inches. And then on the top, you just have to make sure to give a little bit extra space so that you can glue together. Okay, and I'm going to share with you how you can do the die cut, okay, in the same spot. So, but I want to make a little bit bigger card. So what I have is I use this recollection, the green pack. This is a 110-pound cardstock. It's a very thick, good cardstock, and I got it from the Michaels. They actually have 4 different kind of green tone, and I just think it's so pretty. And then, so it's I think it's perfect to working with this stamp image. Okay, and one more thing is for the Garden of Life, Land and the Sea, the stamp and combo set, actually they are still on the special. Make sure you check this month's special, and you can find the special price for these, and they are going to be a free shipping. Regular time for 4 items, the shipping fee is almost like $12, but it's a free shipping for this moment. But it's only for this item or for this month's special. So I want to make a 5.5 by 5.5 card. So I already cut four pieces cardstock, and they are 5.5 by 5.5 by 6. So I want to give a little bit wider because we need that folding area. But your finished card is going to be 5.5 by 5.5. So you need 3 pieces of 5.5 by 6. You need 1 piece of 5.5 by 5.5. The 5.5 by 5.5 is our center piece. So the middle piece is going to be the 5.5 by 5.5. Okay, so I have 3 pieces cardstock. They are 5.5 by 6 because we need that ½ inches for the folding, right? So you can see I haven't folding my card yet because this cardstock is a little bit thicker than usual. If you just use your scroll pile to scroll the line, and then when we try to put when we glue this piece on your basic card, I think because the cardstock is a little bit too thick, you kind of lose a little bit space. So how can I make sure my card is exactly the 5.5 by 5.5? Here is what you're gonna do. So your basic card is 5.5 by 5.5, right? So you put your large card, the one 5.5 by 6. You're going to use that basic card, okay? Try to line it out, and then you are going to folding the extra place like this. So that way the card is going to be end out exactly 5.5. If you already scroll the line first and then you're going to glue on top, your front card is going to be a little bit shorter because when you folding that 0.1 millimeter space is going to when you fold it, you have to add that place too. So that's the best way you can get the perfect folding. So I want to do the light, medium, dark, and darkest green. So I have my first one here, right? And then the second green. So I am going to using my second green. Make sure which side. Okay, my second green. Okay, see, I still have my my third green there, right? And then I'm going to folding it. So the point is just that you cannot just use, it's just some small things that, kind of bothers me, because when I want to make a 5.5 by 5.5 card, I want my card be perfect. So just this is my green card, the third green, okay, and then I want them when they open it, I don't see the other green, okay, and then this one, okay, so you're going to use that, and then you're going to fold it. So that's how you can get like a perfectly 5.5 by 5.5. Okay, so here is something I try to explain. All my paper except the darker screen, that was a 5.5 by 6, right? So it's supposedly when you folding it, this space is supposed to be half inches, this one's supposed to be half inches, and this one's supposed to be half inch. You can see the third green is almost like a 0.5 inches, and the second green is a little bit narrower than this one, and then this green is even narrower than that one. Why is like that? Because I can show you. The basic one is a foundation card, right? So when I folding it, it's actually two cards together. Even though when you touch it, it's not too thick, but when you put the other card on top, this folding area actually have to cover two sheets of the paper. So that's why here is we lost a little bit distance. So when you folding it, here is a little bit narrower than this. And then for the last one, we have a 3-piece cardstock now. And then when I folding that one, see, this area is even more narrower than the second green. It is very important because we want to our card open very smoothly, and then because we want to cut our glasses jar at the same place. So it's very important. We have to make sure our car, the place is is perfectly line out with each other. So once when you kind of folding the spot, and now it's very important that you use your bone folder to really pressing that place. If you don't do this, when you do that card, when you do this triple folding card, when you want to close, they are not going to, open easily. It's going to, kind of, and also they don't really line up. Okay, I'm hoping that explain it. Okay, so just make sure. Okay, and then let's put our darkest one first. Perfect, line up, and then the green, and then the lighter green. If you are picky like me, see my square is completely cover everybody. Okay, and then now we're going to do a die cut. We have 4 pieces, right? We cannot cut all 4 sheets together. We can actually barely cut 2. So I don't want you to damage your die cut machine. So let's do one at a time. And then you are going to, if you don't watch this video, you're probably going to have a problem because once when you remove your die, there's no way you can cut the second card in the same spot. So I'm going to share with you how to do that, okay? So I have my card in order 1, 2, 3, and 4. So let's start with the first one. So this stamp set is actually all the 2021's new design has a double die. So this jar actually have a double die. So the container have a 2, and the hummingbird, butterfly all have a double die. Only the flower in the middle doesn't have a double die because the space. If we want to have a double die, we have to shrink the flower, and I don't like that. But the rest of them, they all have a double die. Okay, so make sure your direction is very important, okay? So this direction, we are going to open our card this way, right? So they have a 2 die cut. I am going to use outline die. I'm going to just place the die cut here, and then I'm going to use put it in the wrong direction. We are going to just eyeball that, make sure that die cut is placed at the right spot, and then I am going to just use the 2 reposition tape to tape it. I'm going to run through the machine and die cut it. I will be right back. Okay, do not try to put your die cut and cut the 4 sheets paper. It's going to jam your machine for sure, and then we don't want that happen. So because I put that 2 piece of paper over there, right? And then now I want to pick up the paper die first. Okay, so my die cut is still there, right? And then now I am going to insert my second green, and then now I'm going to kind of press here. I am going to run to the machine. That's how I get my second layer exactly the same spot. Okay, so now I have my second one cut. I'm going to remove it, the cutting area. See, my paper is still my die cut. Oh, here it didn't cut through. I'm going to run to the machine one more time. My bad. I supposed to check to make sure they have is clean die cut before I remove my die cut. Okay, so my second one is die cut too, right? Because now we have actually two sheets, right? If I want to even put the third one, they can do it, but here is something going to happen. They can cut it, but the problem is, show you what's the problem. Where is my prototype? Oh, the problem is if you have a 3-layer of the paper, and when you run through the machine, because the thickness, they're going to put a lot of pressure. If your plate is like mine, is very beat up, those mark is going to print like your paper is going to get an impression. So the surface is not going to be very smooth. I kind of don't like that. So what you're going to do is you are going to remove the die cut. Just be careful with that double side tape. Okay, just be very careful with that double side tape. You can remove the die cut, no problem. So remove the die cut. And then now you are going to put your die cut. It kind of like it's very easy because you already die cut it, right? So they kind of have like a mold. You can just easily drop in, but make sure you put the reposition tape to secure your die cut. So that's the best way you can, place your die cut in, like kind of just because the die cut kind of have a hole, right? You just put on top. And then now we are going to use our third sheet. So make sure you line out. Here's my folding area, right? So we can folding it and then kind of just drop that third layer there. Make sure all your sides nicely folding it. And then we are going to run through the machine die cut. Okay, make sure you have a clean die cut before you pop your paper die cut out. Okay, and then now same thing, I can remove the die cut from my second green and then change the die cut to the third green and then cut our fourth. So that's how I get all my 4 die cut in the same place. So if you don't do this, you know what? You give it a try. There's no way you can. Oh, actually there is way. There's other way. Want to take a guess how to do that? There's other way is that you are going to stamp your image by using the stamp positioner, and then that way you can every time just use a stamp, just follow your stamp image, so that way it will work too. But I think this is just easier to. There you go. See, I can easily cut all my pieces, all 4 pieces, and be very careful to remove your tape. Okay, so that's it. Check it out. So the first one, perfect line out. The second one, perfect line out. The last one, perfect. There you go, right? Okay, here's one more thing. You can see my back here. I'm going to glue it. It's going to be pop out. So what I'm going to do is, you can see my prototype. I actually glue like this. If you don't have a problem, go for it. But like I say, I like to pay attention to the detail. So what I'm going to do is, how can I get nicer finish? Ow! Almost dropped my clear stem on the floor. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to just use the scissors, just to kind of cut a corner here. All for this one, maybe just on the corner. Okay, this one is just on the corner, and let's see. So my foundation here, and then, oops, did I cut the wrong spot? Oops, I cut the wrong spot. I shouldn't cut it on the top, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to glue back. This was what I trying to do. Okay, so that way this area is not going to pop out. And then, but I accidentally cut here. So don't do that. I'm trying to share with you. Don't do that. So let me see. I can save it or not. It does. It's not a big deal. So I'm going to just glue like this. And then this one glue in the back. Okay. And then the other one glue in the back. So at least these parts are not, very like a bumpy anymore. So remember, if you want to only trimming this corner. Okay, I actually do too much. You know what? I'm going to fix it. I'm going to glue it back. Okay, so I was able to fix it. I just put the piece I cut, and I just use the clear tape to tape it. So that's just glue it. For the third green, I don't even bother to cut that corner. So that's just make sure we line up, or okay, and then do a little bit scrolling. So first one, make sure it's a complete line up, and then we can do the second one. The back is kind of look like this, so it's okay. Or I don't know, what do you prefer? If you prefer to do the layering inside, I don't know. If that doesn't really bother you, you can do that too. Okay, so I'm going to glue the all three pieces in the front. And the one more thing is, if you are planning to stamping some image on top, you had better do it first before you glue it. So otherwise, once when you glue it, it's a little bit challenge to stamp on the image. So but you get idea, right? Okay, so I'm going to just use the words background. Okay, so I have glued my all four pieces together. I did a little bit adjustment here. I think you have a better know. So my first prototype, when I glue it, you can see I actually kind of just this folding area, I kind of just glue inside. I think that's still the the best way to do it. So I was kind of planning to glue this in the back, so that way when you open it, it looks much better, right? But I found I have some problem is that because I folded one layer, two layer, and the third layer is going to become too thick, and then they don't really close well. So what I have to do is I still stick with my first prototype. I think that's the best solution is that folding area, you just put it inside, okay? Because this is a multicolor, multicolored card. If you only just use one color, I don't think so that will be an issue. So that's what I did. And then I have this acetate, and the acetate here is something we probably going to have a problem. So I have a piece for 5x5 pieces, 5x5 inches acetate. And then acetate is kind of like a vellum. If you put the glue on top, it's going to leave that glue mark, which is not really pretty. So what I'm gonna do is I actually, in one of my video, can you believe it? This kids sticker maker is perfect for all crafting, and I created a video, and that video actually had 35,000 viewers. Wow. So if you haven't got a chance, take a look. I think it's very useful. And then the sticky part here is something you need to know. All those sticky dots, they have a one protection sheet. Usually I kind of just remove this protection sheet and just leave my glue like that. Bad idea, because they will dry, and then this glue will, I think maybe the air, they actually dry pretty fast. So you don't want that. So we're gonna use these glue dots, and if you don't have this sticker maker, that's okay too. And then we only want to pick up some glue on the side. So what I do is I just use, I don't use that little tool. I kind of just use my hand, kind of just pick up some glue on the both side, and then enough glue to kind of holding that acetate. So that's how I stick with my acetate, and then the glue doesn't show. So just oh, see, now I don't have a glue anymore. I have to kind of rotate it. Okay, and then just pick up a little bit dot. Oh, you can just do the four corner. They will do just fine. And then see, I'm going to just do here. See, my perfect line up. So hoping you can give it a try, and then just be careful when we put the acetate. I only want my corner to pick up some dots. You don't want your center have those kind of dots. Okay, and then in my last video, I already shared with you how to do the coloring and how to use regular cardstock, covered with a piece of packing tape to make this a finish. And then I also use the other die. This Stencil comes with 2 die, and I just cut 4 silver mirror cardstock. So we're gonna just glue that on top, and this is a very narrow, right? So you can use a glue, but I just found out this the kids sticker maker is just perfect. So I'm going to just pick up some and place the outline here to give a, if you want to. So I'm going to just do all 4 pieces. I'll be right back. Okay, and I did cut one more piece of black glossy cardstock, and then I kind of just put my black color face down, because I actually want to, I don't want to put on top of here. I want to put it behind. There is a reason for that. So I kind of glue from the back. Is kind of my back, and because I use those little mica glue dot, you don't really see the dots, right? So I like to put it from behind, because here you're going to have some space. You can write the message. Okay, and then the rest of them we are going to just glue them together. So you can put in any order you like. If you like to do the flower first, let's do a little bit change. Let's do the flower first. So again, we're going to use these little piece makers. I just found out they are very useful, and I like to use the sticky spack, but they are too sticky. If you are working with like a big image, that won't be a problem. But if you use like a detailed one, like these leather, look the leg how fine it is. If you use that sticky spack, maybe they are too sticky when you want to peel off. You are going to have a little bit hard time because those space is just too small. Okay, so the first one is the flower in order supposed to be this, and then the second one that's dew or goldfish. So that's put on top. And then I just like these. I just found out it's useful. Or you can just use a glue because these one they don't really show those dots. See, you don't really see the dots. So I just found out it's a perfect to work that. And I have a three goldfish here. So 1, 2, 3. You put as many as goldfish you like. This one I'm going to trimming it because I'm going to use this one for my leather. So let's do that. So I have a 3 fish. Of course, they are chubby. Or if you want to, you can put a foam tape. Make your fish is like a 3D. Let's do that. Foam tape. Foam tape. I really have to clean my table. My table is super messy. Okay, that's just put the foam tape there. This foam tape is too big. That's okay. I'm gonna just trimming a small piece of foam tape to my fish. Now my fish is kind of 3D. How's that? Maybe put a little bit top. Cute. Okay, and then one more fish. Oops, dead fish. Hey, where is your social distance? Go a little bit far. Go here. We got to do the social distance. And you can put some 3D eyeball, anything you like, or these fish can be stay outside. That's bad. He needed water. Okay, and then these these goldfish actually have some bubbles, small bubbles. Okay, so I'm going to, I really think those the sticker refill, they should make those dots some color, so that way we can know where is it still have a dot. It's kind of hard to tell. And then we have a lot of little bubbles here. So we can just stick some bubble. Okay, here. Okay, that's good. And then that's open to the other one. The other one I'm going to do the seashell. And the last one I'm going to do that chameleon. Hoping I still have some juice left. Okay. Yep, still have some juice left. That's my seashell. If you want to, you can even make a shaker car. Oh, I think this one doesn't have enough glue. Okay, That's good. It feel like you got to take take a long time to do it, but it's not that bad. And then I'm going to do the other one. See, still, oh, this one is run out. So I have the other piece. Okay, so this is a sticky and spat. They are very, very sticky. So I'm going to just use a little bit. Okay, and open it. Okay, oh, on the top. It's good and it's bad. The good is they can go all the detail. The bad is sometimes they are too sticky. Like those fine die cut area, um, they may you maybe tear them off. Okay, this one going to look at how detailed this little chameleon's tail. Come on, focus. There you go. Cute. And my chameleon have a lipstick. And then for this gecko, the leather, we can just do on the top. So you kind of just decorate your container. And like I say, I am going to working on the other video by putting those succulent inside. And then maybe I will take a look what other stamps I have is perfect to put here. And then okay, I'm going to close this one and then close this one. Oh, here I have to fix it. Close this one, and the front page that's at the butterfly and that hummingbird, since we already have it. Oh, I have a half here. Okay, so butterfly, that's two here, and then my hummingbird. No, actually, butterfly go a little bit lower here, and then the hummingbird go around the corner. So it's just idea, like I say. And then if you decide you want to do any sentiment or you want to make a more 3D, you can do that. But I just think this is a kind of unique, right? So this video, the hardest part is how you can get the perfect, like how you can cut that container in the same spot. You can try to use the different kind of image and give it a try. And for this one, even though like in the back, if you don't want to, let me see, if you don't want to seal with black, you can just leave it, but the place you want to write down your message is going to be a little bit limit. So that's just put it back. You know what? Use your imagination, do whatever you like. And my video is just oh, how come here have a one bubble? That's okay. Hey, bubble, here have more bubbles. The leather is chasing the bubble. Well, let's use that. Why not? That's just a little bubble from the goldfish. Yep, so I was talking about this is just idea, you know, you want to have fun, do whatever you feel like to do. So I have some bubble in my containers, and that's have a more bubble here. One bubble for the leather. So how do you think? I think it's pretty unique, right? And remember, Local Kings die cut, they all have embossing feature too. I didn't really spend too much time to do the embossing feature. I mean, do the embossing, but I just want to let you know they can do the embossing. So I think this card is awesome. It's deserve to give it to a wonderful friend, and it's not that hard you think it's going to take. And I think this glass container is unique because you can even like stamp in few of these geckos and then kind of just you know, place them around. Just try to have fun. So what? Okay, so that's today's video. I hope you can pick up the idea. And then this is Garden of the Life and the Land and the Sea set. And then I have put a special combo. Make sure you check our website for the 2021 spring new release. And for the butterfly kisses, and remember I have choose the day June 13 at 2 o'clock Pacific time, and then this stamp this combo set is on the special for $17.99. If you like to purchase and join me in June 13 at 2 o'clock, that will be great. If you don't have this stamp set or you don't want to purchase this stamp, is totally fine. You can just prepare any shadow stamp and have it ready, and join me in June 13 and we can play together. I will continue to working few of the other video, and in the meantime check Local Kings Online video library, 300 YouTube video ready to view, a lot of information, and I'm working on some other video, the 10 most stamping tips, the 10 most stamping technique that I use all the time, plus the 10 most of the stamping tool that I use most of the time, and then just some ideas I like to share with you. Thank you so much for your support, and remember you can always leave me a comment, send me an email, let me know, and any kind of project you want me to show you how to use it, I'm here. And thank you so much for watching. This is Lisa from Local King Rubber Stamp. See you next time. Bye bye.